Hi, I'm Steve Matley. I am a adjunct professor here at Cal Baptist University. I am a program director and dean of students at San Joaquin Valley College. I own my own consulting firm, Business Solid Foundations as well, and I'm the president of the IBBCF Inland Valley Business and Community Foundation. My background is in the development and construction industry. I currently work in the education industry as well. I see a small resurgence in construction right now, which is key to the economy. The Inland Empire of Southern California has a very strong tie to the building industry, especially the residential building industry, which took an enormous hit in the downturn. That caused many cities in the Inland Empire to be on the nationwide top list of foreclosures because so many people in the area work in that industry. I currently teach students going into the industry, and I have discovered there are jobs in the industry still, even in the downturn. My program actually has 80% placement of graduates going into the construction management field, but I've discovered it's very strategic at where they're placed. I see the keys to coming back are to invest in construction, new construction, reconstruction. Most of the construction that's been going on in the inland area has been funded through the stimulus programs, federal money on freeways, bridges, other infrastructure projects. But that is a small sector of the construction industry. The inland really was focused more on the residential side and the light commercial. And that's where I see as that resurges, the Inland Empire will come back around again. There's a couple other things that I think are very important for the Inland Empire to come back around. One is to see the Ontario Airport resurgence. The airport has been tied up by having the management, the ownership of it in Los Angeles, really apparently looking like they're doing everything they can to force it to fail. And they blame the economy, but Oakland had a very similar situation in their airport back in 2007, very similar to with dwindling flights and passenger numbers. They did something about it. LA World Airports did not. And that created a situation where Ontario Airport continued to decline while the other regional airports all increased, including LAX. Another issue I see tied to that is trade in the Inland Empire to internationally, so that there is companies in the inland area, like on the coastal counties, that are doing trade across the globe, in Europe, in Asia. The airport ties into that. When you don't have a way for those people to come in internationally into an area, and the hotels and the restaurants and support that around the airport, it does not entice those companies to come in. They tend to go where there is easy transportation. It makes no sense to me to have people flying into LAX and then driving out to Ontario where there is an international airport sitting right next to them, being on the freeway, causing gridlock, creating smog situations, and putting their money into Los Angeles instead of the Inland Empire when they could be doing business here. Other keys I see is the state government. Now, we can't do much about that, obviously. We've seen where we are with that. There's a supermajority in Sacramento. They'll make decisions the way they want to make them. They'll make decisions to take away money from cities like Jurupa Valley, Eastvale, Wildomar, Menifee, that need the money to be self-sustaining. What we need to do is find ways to work around that. Business needs to step up into that gap. And if business can step up into the gap, create employment, create the demand for construction, which creates more employment, lure business in from other areas, interstate and international, we can overcome a lot of the obstacles that have been created through the poor political decisions that have been made over the last decade in Sacramento. So I think the future, I'm not a pessimist here. I believe that the future is bright for the inland area of Southern California. I think we have a lot of great leaders and business people here. There is money here. There are resources here. We have agricultural resources that people overlook, not just the citrus crops, but the wineries. There's olive oil orchards down in southwest Riverside County. A lot of agriculture, organic farming going on. That can't be overlooked. We have business. We have government contracting. We have a lot of different ways that we can make money here in the Inland Empire. And tourism. People don't think of us as a tourist destination. Think San Diego, Orange County, parts of Los Angeles. But there are many places here that tourism will thrive. Coachella Valley is known for tourism, but also so is the Temecula Valley, and even here in Riverside with the Mission Inn and a lot of the assets we have here. A lot of areas that we can exploit for our benefit and make the Inland Empire really thrive. So I'm positive towards it, and part of today's summit is to talk with some of the leaders, politically and business-wise, to come to some consensus on where we can focus our energies to all survive and thrive together.